Welcome to Maple Ridge Chrysler. My name is Jamarly, and on this beautiful day, I get to show you this 2016 Ram 1500 Sport 4x4 in true blue. This vehicle has a crew cab. Coming around here to the front of the vehicle, we will see our bifunctional projector LED headlamps, as well as our fog lamps down there at the bottom. After stopping and looking at this great grille out front, we will notice to the sides there are decals that indicate that there is a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi-powered engine, as well as an 8-speed automatic transmission. This vehicle has 395 horsepower and can go up to 410 pounds of torque. Over here we have our Goodyear Wrangler tires, which are filled with nitrogen. And nitrogen stays a more equal temperature throughout the year, which increases fuel economy as it decreases the leakage that happens. Here we also have our 20-inch completely aluminum rims. Coming up here to our mirror, we will see that there's an indicator light along the bottom here. And they are breakaway mirrors, as well as they are powered and heated. These mirrors can be moved out of the way with a button, or, as I will show you later, or you can push them out of the way, or they can be pushed out of the way in the case you might hit something, they'll just move, or if you want to hide them in the parking lot. Before we step into the vehicle, I will show you the remote. On the remote, we have here our lock button, which locks the whole entire vehicle, and if we press once, we open up the driver's side, and twice for the rest of the vehicle, including the box. Now let's step inside. Here in the door of the vehicle, let's play with a few of the buttons. Right here we have our powered mirror controls, which is really cool. This middle one, if you press it, it folds the mirrors in. And if you press it again, it folds them out, which is super cool. Here we also have our automatic windows for the front seats, as well as our power windows for the back seats and our power locks. The door has a great amount of storage in it, as well as cup holders, and one of the 6 speakers in this cabin. Over here we have our automatic headlamp controls, which means you can set it and forget it, and depending upon the brightness outside, your headlamps will automatically adjust, as well as your brightness displays for the interior displays. Down below we have here our e-brake. To the side of the wheel we have our lever to adjust the height of the steering wheel, and just bear with me a moment, I'm going to step up and into the vehicle and turn it on by putting the key in the ignition. Oh, sounds like there's something playing on the radio. And I'm using the trigger on the wheel to turn down the volume, as well as there's a tuning knob on the other side of the wheel to control the tuning of radios. Here in our cluster display, we have on the left our tachometer, and on the right our speedometer. And in the middle we have this large digital display which we can maneuver. Right now it's showing our speedometer, which also has our miles per hour setting and our kilometers per hour setting. We can flip through to see some vehicle information like our coolant temperature, our transmissions temperature, our oil temperature, our oil pressure, our tire pressure, our engine hours, all those kinds of details. We can also see our fuel economy, our trip information, and so much more. Coming down here to the wheel, we will see our voice recognition controls, which we can control our phone via Bluetooth or USB remote. This allows you to keep your hands on the wheel when you're trying to answer your wife or husband. These controls as well control the digital display. Here on the right, we have our gear controls, which allows you to again keep your hand on the wheel while shifting through gears manually if you so choose, and your cruise control buttons. Over here we have our largest in class 8.4 Uconnect screen with touch screen. We have our AM, our FM, as well as we can have our Sirius satellite radio. This vehicle can also connect other mobile media devices via USB, auxiliary, or SD card. We can also control our temperature and our mirror dimmers. We have our climate controls right here. You can also turn off the screen or turn it back on, and here's our phone pairing screen. Below, we have our volume and our tuning for our radio, some more climate controls, and our traction control, along with our towing button. Here we have our E-shifter dial in silver, and we have our buttons for our four-wheel drive in low, and we can set it to automatic, and we can also lock it, and as well as our two-wheel drive. Over here we have a AC plug with a 3-prong, and here we actually have a cool feature. We have a phone holder, and I have a 6 Plus iPhone, and it can actually fit 2 of them, which is really cool. We also have our cup holders right here in the middle, as well as 2 large glove compartments over the passenger side. And we have a large center console with our media area that has our USB power port, our USB remote port, our auxiliary cable jack, and our SD port, as well as our change collector so we don't have change rolling around everywhere. And there's an extra deep storage compartment right down here to store whatever you may like. Now let's turn off the vehicle, and as we're doing that, I'd like to show you that above we have a large sunroof, as well as our rear window control and our universal garage opener. Now let's step out. Here on the passenger side door, we will see our power window control, as well as a great amount of storage in the door and one of the 6 speakers in the cabin. We also have seat back pockets for our maps or whatever else the back seat may want. And in the bench here, we have a 60-40 split. And we also have our flat deck storage here. So all you got to do is lift those up, fold it out, and that goes all the way across the back, and we can have something stored on a flat surface. We also have a great armrest with 2 cup holders in the middle, as well as your 2 cup holders down there at the bottom. Coming around here to the back, 5-foot box and a 7-pin and 4-pin towing connection, as well as dual exhaust, and our spare tire down there at the bottom. It's a 17-inch spare tire. Now opening up the box, it is lined, which is great, and we have here some strap hooks, as well as there are back lights in this vehicle to illuminate the contents when it is nighttime. Thank you so much for doing this video walk around on the 2016 Ram 1500 Sport 4x4. I hope you'll come down to Maple Ridge Chrysler and check out this vehicle or other new and used options. Remember that we have 0% financing. Have a great day. Bye-bye.